What's going on, guys? All right, well, guess what? It's Repeat back here again, and because it's Thursday night, that means I'm with the one and only HD Motorsports, ready to get the Cup Series rocking from Kentucky Motor Speedway. You saw the trucks and the Xfinity both get it done on Sunday and again on Tuesday night. Couple different winners, whole lot of racing, couple three, couple four wide. Pretty damn good, if I say myself. HD, it's good to be back in the booth with you again for these Cup guys. Got about 27 cars on track. I'm ready to get this in, man. And then we got 4 weeks until the chase.
Yeah, man, Chase is quickly approaching, 4 weeks away from the chase. You got guys battling out for that bottom 16th, 15th, 14th spot. It's going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, I can't wait. These guys, they've already got their connect test in. They're ready to roll. They're just getting the last bit of qualifying. We always kick this off with our buddies over at Madison Rising with their national anthem. But before we do that, I tell you, after the second place run that Rose had again last night at that road course right behind Lucky Dog, previously Bolt. I'm looking for Rose to be strong again, but I challenged his teammate. I challenged Ingles, who does not yet have a win in the 2020 season, which is really, really hard to believe after the great season he had last year. I challenged Ingles to get it done. I think he's going to take me up on it. Who got?
I got Rose. The kid is just on a tear. I mean, how do I go against CGMX Rose? You're talking about Ingles. Ingles is one of those guys that can go to a lot of different leagues out there and probably rip off 5 wins off the bat. But the talent that's here in NNR, it's just really that hard to come by on getting those victories. And with that being said, I'm still going CGMX Rose for his fourth, fifth win in the season.
Yeah, it would wind up being his fifth. He won three in a row from no, I'm sorry. Yeah, three in a row from the pole. So it's gonna be interesting to see if he can get it done again. If not, I know it's gonna be a solid finish. He hasn't yet been able to take the points from Amore. That goes to show the season that he's having. And for my dark horse, a JCX12 said, "Hey Pete, do you remember a few years back when I got it was my last win in another league that catapulted me into the chase. Do you remember where that was?" And I said, "Buddy, I'm gonna guess it's right here at Kentucky because you're bringing it up now." And he's been strong flat out since he got his new G920 wheel. I'm gonna go with JCX12 from my dark horse. So if you got Rose, who's right behind him?
When I got Rose, I got Stout Nugget Whiskey right here as my dark horse pick. I think he gets it done. And that two car, he's been running very strong, especially since he's taking this game a little bit more seriously. I know things didn't work out in his favor with the Pro League, but I still got his back. I still think he's one of the best guys out there on the track. He's very clean, he's very fast, and he knows how to win.
Oh yeah, yeah. Stout, since he got that run at Bristol, and like you said, since all the pro league stuff was dying down, he can now concentrate a little bit more back on the preset setups. He's not having to stress so much about having a fast tune to compete in different series and at different levels. He can absolutely get it done every week. So yeah, that's going to be our four. We'll have to see how that all pans out. But yeah, in the meantime, yeah, let's actually kick it on over to our buddies at Madison Rising. Get our national anthem in. As always, if you would please stand and remove your hats, ladies and gents. Here we go. All right, that's muted. Man, the truck and Xfinity races, they went pretty good. They really did. Yeah, yeah, it was a lot of fun, a lot of passing, a lot of outbraking. A few times three, a couple times four wide. Yeah, should be pretty good again. How you feeling? How you doing? Good. I good. I actually started working from home today, so it sucks that while I'm sitting here looking at my gaming stuff, if I look to my left, there's everything that's work related. But what are you gonna do? And just got back from down near Seymour Johnson Air Force Base down near Gulfport from my wife, which just now decided to take a break. It's not no. Man, I just this last All right, guys. Well, yeah, as you saw, Madison Rising again. We definitely want to say thank you for allowing NNR to use their version of the national anthem. I tell you what, HD, I really love that third verse that they worked into it. It really kicks it off. Just proud to be in this country, and man, I wouldn't have it any other way. But
Oh, that,
um,
man.
especially everything that's going on and the support that you get, and yeah. But these guys, they are done with qualifying, and I just as that ended and we're starting to talk, Carol went ahead and sent me the invite or an invite. I see that you just sent me an invite to the party, so we can get in there and yeah, get this race going.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a good one, man. It's Kentucky. It's not. I was I'm trying to figure out what track it was. I knew it started with the K. I was like, is it Kansas? Is it Kentucky? And then gladly you mentioned the Kentucky race with the two races earlier this week that were through the roof, guys. Make sure to check repeat out during the week as well on Sunday night with the Truck Series here at NNR, and then Tuesday night with
Yep,
the
Tuesday
Xfinity.
night. Yep, also, yep. All
Yeah,
right,
can't
they
get
are
wrong with that.
live. I'm going to send you this invite right now. Let's see, join your party, and then invite everyone to the game. There you go. Did that come through?
Yep, I got it.
All right, perfect. And for we'll
Okay.
have a couple different streams. I think we've got More Smoke and Carol, and we've got Boehner as a backup in case anything happens to one of those two. Fatless Dig, thank you very much for the follow, sir. Much appreciated. And HD, as we get in here, we got 11 people in chat waiting to kick this thing off. We're going to find out who's on pole, who's outside, work our way back
I'm
through the
a
field about the top 10. And, man, I'm going to be ready to go.
I'm gonna tell you who's on pole. That's gonna be the 20 car CGMX Rose without a doubt, man. I don't think he's won every single pole all season long. He's won a what? The last 4 races, 4 out of 5, something crazy like that. And actually, look at this. It's the 48 of the Aviator on the pole position. First new pole position in a while.
Yep, and the 20 of the young gun to the outside, and you got the 34 of Finesse that has been forever strong with the one and only God Power sitting there in P4. You got the 13 of Rowdy, run some old petty blue numbers with the 36 of Boehner to his outside. There's a 9 car of Carroll. That Mountain Dew scheme looks really, really sweet with Jose 720 to his outside. Good to see Jose back in NNR getting some practice for his pro league runs. You got the 11 of Ingalls back in about 9th with Dan the Lawn Man in that 35 to his outside. More Smoke starting right around mid-pack. Got about 27 or 28 cars on track tonight with the 2 cars Stout Whiskey to his inside. And there's a 95 of Kamal. I'm going to start working my way back up to the front of the field as we're going to take them green, HD.
Yeah, green flags in the air here at Kentucky Speedway. First pole position this year for that 48 car, the Aviator. CGMX Rose on the outside, followed by that 34 of Stay Finesse as they go down into turn 1.
Yeah, Stay Finesse down low. You got the 13 of Rowdy up high. 1 of God Power is going to try to dive right back in behind him. I'm sorry, that wasn't the 13, but yeah, single file all the way down. That was the 20 behind the 34, and then the 1. So yeah, single file strong into the turns. Here comes the start-finish line already. That is how fast they complete a lap here at Kentucky. Here comes a little bit of a challenge for P2.
Yeah, there's CGMX Rose going down low into turns 1 and 2. He's up underneath that 34 car of Stay Finesse. They're going to come off side by side. I think the 1's going to be the deciding factor here down the backstretch. He's going to go with that young gun down into turn 3.
Yeah, if you're going to follow anybody around any track, you might as well follow the guy that's proved to be very, very dominant all season long. The hashtag Young Gun when it comes to the Pro League, NNR, or anywhere else that he races. He's you put him anywhere, he's fast.
Yeah, that's just what CGMX Rose has to offer, and it's really in any game. He's very fast on other games like F1 2019. It's just every chance he gets to sit behind a wheel, he's just fast. That's how good he is, and he's showing it here tonight. Moving up the P2, he's gonna hunt that 48 car, the Aviator, down, while the 1 of God Power with a good run so far, moving up the P3.
Yeah, God Power's able to get by the 34 of Finesse. There's a 13 of Rowdy sitting right there in P5. Then you got that Mountain Dew machine for Carroll. It's right now sitting P6. Carroll has been really, really strong here in the truck race as well as the fun race that I was a part of back on, I think it was like Monday night or something like that. He was strong then, and here he is again inside the top 10. We got a
battle for the race lead.
Yep.
We got a battle for the race lead up front. That 48 car touched the wall at turn 4. Coming down the front stretch. They're side by side coming through turns 1 and 2. 1 of God Power going to go down low as well. CGMX Rose should clear him off of 2 down the backstretch.
Yeah, Rose going to clear him, and the 1's going to have a great run inside the 48 of the Aviator. He's thinking about really ducking down. Yeah, there he is going below that yellow line with the 34 of Finesse right behind him. Going to give him a push all the way through 3 and 4 down the front stretch below the racing surface onto the apron. Trying to get back to that P1.
Yeah, the 1 of God Power is going to hold strong, though, right there in P2. That 48 car, the Aviator, is going to drop back just a little bit. He's going to file right behind that 34 of Stay Finesse. A moved Aviator back to P4. But he's got a mirror full of Rowdy and a 13, and that's Carroll up there rounding out your top 6. There's a little bit of gap between Carroll and Nugget Whiskey there in the 2 car running in 7th place.
Yes. I can't. I can't. Yeah, you're right. Stout's back there about 7th spot. He's actually pulling away from that second pack little by little. I believe that's like the Watermelon 6, if I'm not mistaken, of Heated Snowman. Not quite sure. I'm trying to work my way back. No, it's actually the 42 of Jose 720. It kind of looked like the old Watermelon car, but nope. He's rocking the Victory Junction gang colors tonight.
That's definitely a good paint scheme for him up towards the front. We had a 34 at State Finesse, pull a little bit of power move to the outside of the one of God Power. One of God Power, who was just sitting P2 a lap ago, he's now finds himself in P4. So these guys are mixing, they're matching up towards the front of the field, but we still got that 6-car breakaway between them and Stout Whiskey's about 10 car lengths between Stout Whiskey and the other pack's about 7 car lengths. So they're running good early on, Pete, but I think shortly here we're going to be seeing green flag pit stops.
Yeah, we'd have to. These guys on 3 times wear. On 2 times wear, they were able to get about 25 to 27 laps on a tank. But no, not here. That's going to be just a little bit less. I'd say probably 20 to 23 laps. And you know what? Boehnert decided to throw a little monkey wrench into who I thought was where. That is actually Boehnert sitting in front of Rowdy, not the Mountain Dew car or Carroll. Their cars are very similar, but nope, this is going to be Boehnert sitting there in P5, Rowdy P6, Mountain, Mountain, there you go. The Stout Whiskey sitting there in P7, 42 of Amore Smoke, 35 of Dan the Lawman, and then Jose 720.
Yeah, and up towards the front, we actually got a little bit of breakaway with the 1-2 tandem right now with CGMX Rose and the Aviator. The Aviator's kind of pushing them along. They've kind of separated themselves to about a 7-car length lead on 3rd place, that's the one of God Power right now. No, excuse me, no, that's going to be the 34 of State Finesse right behind CGMX Rose. Aviator's right behind the one of God Power. Looks to be falling just a bit as he's got about a 2-car length distance between him and the one.
Yeah, and I go back a little bit further in the field, and there is a huge hornet's nest, as you'd like to say, sitting about 10th on back. Back there, they're like 2 and 3 wide at times coming through the corners, and the corners here are so wide it can easily accommodate that, especially with a bunch of guys that know how to hold the line, have great track awareness, and keep up the speed going in and coming off the corners. Great racing all the way around.
It's excellent racing here so far. I mean, these guys are just giving it all they can. You know, look at someone like Amore Smoke, who's usually up front winning these races. He finds himself just inside the top 10. Off Stout Whiskey's draft by a touch, but he's got some good help right behind him with the 35. Dan the Lawman pushing him along. Jose 720's in trouble of losing the draft with these guys.
Yeah, just as you said that, actually, I picked up the hood camera for Dan the Lawman, and exactly as you said, he is all over the back bump of the 42, coming off of the corner, all the way down the front stretch, giving him some room, getting back into 3 and 4, and he's just going to follow suit, stay right in that draft, give him a big push as much as he can anyway. A little bit of lag in the room, it looks like, yeah, Dan's keeping up with that 42, giving him a shot. Jose's hanging right in there, and behind Jose, about 4 or 5 car lengths back, is the one and only Kamal. He's doing a lot of points chasing here lately.
Yeah, he's kind of by himself at the moment. I think we might have saw guys signal that they're going to be going down pit road here. I don't think so. I think that's just a little looseness coming up off the corner, coming out of turn 2, down a backstretch. And Pete, when you look at a place like Kentucky, yeah, there's drafts, but you've got to be a little bit worried about the tire wear, especially that right front.
Yeah, that was a huge concern. Actually, saw quite a few right fronts go down in a few practice races, and again that fun run on Monday night. By the time these guys pit, that the right side, not just the right front, but the entire right side is really low. In fact, I think I popped mine on a lap. I was about to head into the pits.
Yeah, and getting
Very
back
easy to
up
do.
to the front of the pack, man. There's that 20 car CGMX Rose still leading this race here so far tonight. One of two drivers to lead a lap. The other one was the 48 Aviator, who kind of fell off after leading about the first 5 laps. Now behind these two guys with Stay Finesse right on Rose's bumper, they've now extended that lead to well over 10 car lengths to the one car, God Power, who's got a little bit trouble behind him. The 48 Aviator still kind of hanging about 2 car lengths. Now behind the Aviator is going to be Boehner moving up into the top 5 with the 13 of Rowdy right behind him.
Yeah, a lot of really solid cars. Guys that are up front every week, no matter where it is. They put in the time, they put into practice, they get their tune set. And one thing about this track that was very, very interesting, a lot of these guys are doing a whole lot of steering to the right as they're coming off the corners. It's going to get very, very slick as the right side of these cars wear down a little bit.
Yeah, we got our first pit taker of the night. That's going to be Nugget Whiskey in the 2 car coming down pit road as the 42 car of a More Smoke caught his rear bumper. So that's some good timing right there. I see guys farther back in the pack coming down the pit as well. Do we know the stage lengths in these 1-2 final stage? I
I
know I don't.
believe, yep, I believe they're going to be right around 30, 35 laps. I'll check in with Amore Smoke right now and see where he sits. It looks like as he just came across the line, they've got 20 laps to go. He's got 21 laps in the bank as far as fuel goes. So More Smoke looks like he's been in and out of pit road already, just biding his time. But he's going to have to do something with that right side. Otherwise, I have a feeling he's going to get a little loose as his run goes on.
Especially if he's like right on the dot with the gas mileage. You know that right front is going to be screaming for some new Goodyear tires. And then you come into the question is if he uses it up during this run, he might not even make it to the end. He might blow a tire, and that will dramatically kill his chances. Probably, actually, he's signaling right now. I think he's about to come down pit road.
Yep, Boehner's coming down right now. Now he ran an extra lap or two where CGMX Rose had pitted. Rose pitted right along with almost everybody behind him. So looks like they're kind of cutting this right down the middle. Give it about another 20 laps, and that'll be the end of stage one. And if the first part of this stage had a bunch of battling on new tires, there's going to be some people making up some time, and some people are going to fall back a little bit if they waited too late.
Yeah, as we're coming off a pit road right now with that 20 car CGMX Rose, you look right behind him. There is that 2 car Stout Whiskey coming out of turn 2 right now. So with this pit cycle, he should move up to P4. The only problem is these guys later in the run should be able to catch him down. The only question is, do you think Stout Whiskey can make up a few positions from his call?
He's going to have to really try to dig. I mean, if you think about the amount of laps they can go, you got to push it early if you're going to try to make up any time and hope that the people that pitted ahead of you, maybe they set it up to be a little loose, knowing that they're cutting the stage right down in the middle. They'd be able to make the entire second part of stage one on both fuel and tires with no issue. You just really got to hope that your setup's just a little bit faster than the guy in front of you. It's what they prepare for all week long.
Yeah, with pit cycles cycling through, I think I see the 88 of Dohar going down pit road right now. So you know he's already playing that fuel strategy game here tonight at Kentucky. Now looking at the race lead, CGMX Rose has well over a 10-car length lead on second place, which is currently going to be that 48 car, the Aviator, running in P2.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back up to those guys right now. Just watching the 38 of Mountain work his way around. There's the 88 of Dohar, like you just said. He's coming to complete his first lap after just coming out of the pits. He's got who's that right in front of him? I think that's either the 00 of Augustus or the 35 of Dan the Lawman. Nope, that's the 00 of Augustus. And behind Goose, here comes the 88 of Dora, giving a little bit of challenge down low.
Yeah, you know, Dohar's so strategic, especially with them fuel strategy mile runs. He's just running a little high right here. I think he's going to get caught up by the 8 car Smitty coming down low at a turn 4. Down the front stretch, he's got the 37 of Pro Viper, but Dohar's going to be able to hold him off across the line.
Yeah, Pro Viper down low, or went down low to block. Now he's up high. 88 of Dohar's going to be able to get right on by, and here comes the 8 car of Smitty. Smitty was right in tow, but Dohar decided to get up high behind the double O, use a little bit of draft, get into the corner. 8 should have a great entry into the into turn 3 and 4. He's going to be able to get slightly past the 37 as they come across the line side by side.
Yeah, 37 got him that time by with the run off of turn 4 to draft help by the 8. He's going to clear him down into turn 1. 37 a Pro Viper trying to make moves, but he's going to get a little bit of bump in the quarter panel by the 8 car Smitty. Smitty still battling strong.
Yeah, Smitty's he has been a man on a tear ever since winning Daytona in the beginning of the race, or beginning of the season, and he's racked up quite a few points. I think he's sitting like 7th or 8th in points. So yeah, Smitty's actually doing really well this season. Try to work my way through the field here just a little bit. Here's the 47 of Sledgehammer. He's got 22 of J-Paw right behind him. Going to try to find a guy and get us a lap count. And what was that? There's a 21 of JCX12 on pit road. Wondering if that's an early retiree or. Yeah, I don't see that car moving at all. It's going to definitely cost that 21 some points tonight. He was hoping to have a really strong run. This is where he won his last race in this car a few years back, and that propels him into the chase. So bad luck for the 21 right now.
Yeah, it's some really bad luck for that 21 car, JCX12. You were talking about him earlier, saying he's got it tonight. This is where his run started last year. But getting ourselves up towards the front of the pack, CGMX Rose in the 20s got about a 15 to 20 car length lead off of turn 2 down the backstretch. Aviator's going to find himself in some trouble here within the next lap or so. The 13 Rowdy is coming. He wants that P2. I just don't think he's got enough to be able to catch Rose before this thing is all said and done stage 1.
Yeah, I'm trying to work my way through now to get up to that 20 car. And I tell you, there's actually quite a bit of I've been going through the cameras on the hood view of each and every car, and there's a lot of guys running different lines. Some people are all the way down on that yellow line. Some people are half a groove up. Some people are a full groove up as they're trying to get that power down coming off the corner. Not sure if that's just because they have their car set up to be a little bit looser, so they need that extra banking, or if that's just where they're comfortable running.
Yeah, here it is, though. Rowdy is on the bumper of the 48, diving it down into turn 1. Aviator's forced to go up high against the wall, rim-rodding through turns 1 and 2. He's going to lose 2 spots because the 34 Estate Finesse is going to take advantage as well.
Yep, just as you said that, I landed on the 48, saw the 13 zip on by, saw the 34 go on by. Now the 48 of the Aviator, he's going to just try to stay in their draft. But they actually... they're pulling away from this 48 here just a little bit, so that goes to show the strength, I believe, that the 13 car Rowdy has got under that hood tonight. They're pulling away a little bit, trying to make up some time on that 20th CGMX Rose. Could it be that Rose gets his 5th win of the season here at Kentucky?
It's very possible. I mean, we're kind of looking at a tire strategy as well. And I think the 48 came down a little bit earlier maybe than these guys did. They were just able to catch them, especially with them working together on the same strategy. That only amplifies it by that much more. But yeah, I don't think Aviator is going to be able to hang on to that 34's draft much longer. Now, right behind Aviator, you got that 36 of Boehner. Behind Boehner, still running pretty well early on. It's going to be the one of God Power behind God Power. It's going to be that 42 car of a More Smoke all by him, lonesome with laps winding down. Looking at that 2 car of Nugget Whiskey. I don't know if that fuel strategy, that pit strategy was the right call in stage 1. I think he's going to learn from that rest of the race.
You know what? I don't know if this is an omen or not. You check the chat from the one and only Rock NASCAR. The man leaves a message that silenced me completely. Hello to everyone in the booth. That's normal. It's always great to see Rock check in. Good luck to all the drivers. And remember, the Cup champion will receive a 1-year subscription to Xbox Live. God, Rock, you're amazing. I've heard you do that before with some of the leagues that you've been, leagues and communities that you've been a little bit closer with. But buddy, man, what do you say to that? Thank you there, Rock. Appreciate you, man.
I mean, that's why Rock NASCAR is one of the top public figures, I think, on the Xbox side. Everybody knows Rock. Everybody likes Rock. He's a well-known guy. And lo and behold, Rock probably only lives about 20 minutes from me. He's a Maryland guy. Maryland native that is Rock NASCAR.
Yeah,
but we got a case for this up here in P2. 48 Aviator actually out of nowhere got passed by these guys and just passed them both in turns 3 and 4. So move Aviator back up to P2. Laps winding down here. Kentucky, the battle is heating on for that second position.
Yeah, Aviator, he was actually just running a couple different lines right there. He saw somebody up high get a really good run, so he moved up. Then he moved on down to the bottom line to block the 34 of Stay Finesse. That immediately brought me back to Daytona, or Talladega rather, where we saw that great side-by-side racing. There we go, lap after lap, and he was doing the same exact thing on a plate track. So Aviator doing a little bit more of what he knows works, and that put him right back up to P2, and he's gapping him a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't just gap him; he put him in a whole nother zip code. I don't know exactly what happened here. I mean, Aviator got passed, he got caught very fast. But these guys, the 13 of Rowdy, 34 of Finesse, are under a lot of pressure now from that 36 car of Boehner. The one of God Power will be here within a few laps as well. I don't know what happened with the 13 again in the 34, but I think they got a wrong setup under their car to be able to lose that much time in a matter of laps.
Yeah, somebody's asking where those red shells are. That's got to be a J-Paw Army fan. Although Star Players, I think that's who it was, asking where he was at. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, Star Players saying where are those red shells. So let's go ahead and try to find the 22 of J-Paw right now. There he is. He's doing pretty well. He's got the 11 of Ingalls to his inside with the 8 car of Smitty right next to him. Now they're going to go three wide going through that corner, but the 8 car is able to get a great run. It looks like J-Paw's going to go ahead and signal now that he's going to duck down pit road, grab 4 brand new Mr. Feelgoods and a full tank of gas. Cutting a little bit of the lawn there, but coming into pit road.
Caution. Yeah, the caution's out. That's it in the stage.
Yeah, I believe you're probably right. Yep, the end of the stage. So let me go ahead and grab some info. 8, yep, he went through his menu too fast. Otherwise, I would have had the top 5 for you. But as always, HD, I talk too much. All right, so we're going to stack them back up under the Kentucky lights with 40 laps. That's going to make up stage 2. I'm going to work my way back up top so I know where we're at. Man. JCX, man, I hate seeing that car parked on pit road. I had you pick the win tonight. Or Dark Horse, rather. Either way.
Yep, get ready to start things here in stage number 2. There's that 20 car CGMX Rose down low to 48 of Aviator up high. 13 of Rowdy running in P3. 36 of Boehner up to P4. Green flags in the air here at Kentucky Speedway as they file down into turn 1.
Yep, CGMX Rose will have the preferred line heading down into 1. 48's going to try really, really hard to find some kind of a hole, which it looks like he did coming off the corner. So now you got the 13 of Rowdy down low. Challenge him for the lead. 48 down low on the 20.
Yeah, challenge for the lead by the 48 of Aviator, making an aggressive move early on. Fouled right behind CGMX Rose at turn 2 and took advantage of turn 3 as they go side by side down the front stretch at the line. That time by the 48 Aviator, got him by a fender. Look out though, the 13 of Rowdy, without a doubt, will make this 3 wide if he gets the opportunity at a 2.
Oh, Rowdy, he lives up to his name. He's kind of simmered down a little bit this year. You know what? With the chase getting closer and closer, just 4 weeks away, 4 more races after tonight, and we're going to start talking chase. 16 races. You're going to have a short track, intermediate track, speedway, and a road course in every level of the chase. It's going to be a great finale to the season. Whoever wins it this year will have earned it because nobody's going to be able to skate through.
Yeah, and these two young guns up here in the front of the pack are just swapping a lead back and forth. That time out of turn 4, CJ Rose pulled a slide job. Now here's Aviator back looking low in turns 3 and 4, but Rose is going to shut the door on him. Rose looking to leave 2 consecutive laps here at Kentucky in stage 2.
Yeah, Rose tried his best to come on down in front of that 48 car, and he was able to do it just enough to where the 48 could not get a nose. But behind those guys, you got side by side between the 1 of God Power and the 13 of Rowdy, and they've been side by side for a couple laps now, really holding their line, waiting for somebody up front to mess up, but that doesn't happen. Again, challenge for the lead, 48 and a 20.
Yeah, 48 Aviator down low, coming through that triangle right now. 48 that time again by a fender, but that's going to allow the 1 of God Power to be able to get up in the mix and look behind God Power Pete, because there's that 42 car of More Smoke working his way into the top 5 first time tonight.
Yeah, right behind him, more smoke is a 36 of Boehner. Again, rocking those Mountain Dew colors. More smoke's going to be able to get underneath the 1 car of God Power. God Power is going to wash up a little bit. That is going to easily give that line to the 42. Move the 42 of a more smoke up to P3. 36 of Boehner, P4. God Power back to P5. 13 of Rowdy, and here comes the 95 of Kamal.
Yeah, 95 of Kamal working his way into the top 10, sitting P7 right behind it, 13 of Rowdy. While these guys kind of settle down here just a bit, CJ Rose sucking up to the bumper of the 48 of the Aviator. No move that time, buying turns 3 and 4. Pete, and what we're seeing early on here, I think the move is to get the run out of turn 2 on your opponent, dive down low in turns 3 and 4, clear them off of 4, or beat them at the line coming out of 3 and 4. And that's what we're seeing a lot early on here in stage 2.
Yeah, stage 2, it's a lot of single file running up front when there isn't a challenge for the lead. And it's a lot of the same guys that were up front in the beginning. You know, CJ Rose, Boehner, here comes the more smoke. You know, still trying to mount that challenge. He's been able to work his way up as the start of stage 2 has you know, is getting further and further into it. In fact, I'll go ahead and grab us a lap count. I'll pull up Carroll's feed, and the next time he comes on by, I'll get us a lap count. The stage itself was 40 laps, so we'll see where we're setting. These guys are clicking off laps in like 30, low 31 seconds each time around.
Yeah, you know, that time by turns 3 and 4, 48, 42 of a more smoke was actually looking to put some pressure on a 20 car. CJ Rose caught himself in some trouble. 36 of Boehner got up to his outside. They made a little bit of door contact. Luckily, nothing happened. No harm, no foul. They filed back in line. More smoke still running P3. Boehner P4. Here's Rose, though, looking low at turn 3.
Yeah, Rose down low. 42 of more smoke's going to try to follow him on through, and if they're able to clear that hole, that could also move the 36 of Boehner into 3. And depending on what kind of draft the 13 gets, he may be able to follow as well. 48 of the Aviator could easily lose 4 spots in just this 1 lap or 2.
Yeah, because the 13 around, he really dove that thing down into turn 1. He saw an opportunity. He saw a wounded Gazelle up on the high side with the 40 in the Aviator. He took well advantage of that. So from 1st to 5th in a matter of a lap, Aviator drops 4 spots.
Yeah, 4 spots, and now he's in the clutches of the 95 of Kamal, and behind Kamal is either the 35 or the 00 of Augustus. And after that, there's your Stout Nugget. Or your Nugget Stout, whatever you're calling him tonight. But either way, Stout looks like he's got a pretty good top 10 car with the 1 of God Power right behind him.
Yeah, I think the biggest loser so far in stage 2 is going to be the 1 of God Power. He started P4 at the start of the stage, dropped just outside the top 10, maybe running in about 10th place. We still need that tool a la 704. Give it to us, man. It's kind of hard to tell what these guys are running. You kind of got to wing it sometimes, and that's what we're best at. But getting up front with the 20 car CGMX Rose, there's that 42 car of a more smoke now at the P2 again. He passed Aviator. He's trying to close the gap in. There's about a 2 car length lead.
Yeah, the 42 of them more smoke and the 36 of Banner have really been working very well together. And where that 42's gone, whether it's up high or down low, the 36 is stuck right with his bumper. They might have a little bit of a plan worked out. We'll have to wait and see how the race unfolds. 42 is really getting closer and closer to that back bumper, hoping that the 20 maybe he'll hit the apron a little bit or overrun the corner as he sees the pack of what's that?
I was saying, I think he makes a move now down in turn 3. He didn't take it, though.
No, I wasn't able to, but still see. Talking about the the 36 Banner following him more smoke everywhere he goes. But Rowdy is not playing that game. He's got a big shove from the 13. That's going to put Banner back to P4 or P5, depending what Kamal's able to do with him. And then right behind them, the 35, Dan the Lawn Man.
Yeah, I think what we saw there, the 42 did have a good run out of turn 2, and I think he wanted to make it run on it, but it was just a tad bit too late. He had to check up a lot. He lost about 2 to 3 car lengths to our leader, CJ Rose, that checked everybody up behind him. It killed Boehner's run, and we're watching right now. Boehner is dropping like a rock. He's going to drop all the way back to P7 from that mistake right there from the 42 car with more smoke. But we got the 13 of Rowdy putting a lot of pressure on that 42 at the moment.
Yeah, I'm actually watching off the hood view of Boehner, and like you said, he dropped all the way back to P7. Now he's going to have to try to get down low as quick as he can. He's able to pick off his first spot back. Is getting underneath the 35 of Dan the Lawman, hoping that he'll have a little bit of a draft from the 95 of Kamal. But nope, 36 and 35 going to stay side by side, heading back into 1 and 2. Try to work my way back up front, keep an eye on these leaders, but in the meantime, kind of give a quick bird's eye view of where other people are throughout the field.
Yeah,
Stout
cycling
in the
through.
waters, nose to tail. What's that?
Yeah, just cycling through. We got, Nugget Stout up here. Actually, currently side by side with the 00 of Augustus. So Nugget's going to drop back, I think, to about P10, P11. He's on the decline. I think he's got a good, solid car. I just don't think he has it as of yet to be able to get the win here tonight at Kentucky. Now behind Nugget, we got the 11 of Ingalls. He's got about a 7 car length lead on him, though.
Yeah, I just went all around that 2 car of Stout. He doesn't have a dent on that thing. That snap-on 2 Ford it's actually looking really nice. I love the gloss under these Kentucky lights. He's trying. He might be one adjustment away, which I think he's probably going to get here pretty soon as I see him more and more heading down pit road for to again try to cut this stage right in half. Last time I checked in on Carroll's stream, it showed 39 to go. I'll check in again right now, and yep, 21 laps left in stage 2. So they are cutting it just as they did in stage 1.
Yeah, the 4 car of Natty Dreadman almost had a heart attack because the game took control, but it shot him right out onto the track. Luckily, no one ran into him because that would have been tragic. Yep, here comes that 20 car. CGMX Rose down pit road for his service. So everybody's splitting this run in half, which I think, honestly, Pete, is the best call you can make.
Oh yeah, where the fuel and the lighter load of the fuel burning off, as well as the tires. If you don't have to get them all the way down to where they're screaming at you in order to pit, you're coming in with a little bit of grip left on. It's probably the best. You're still at your optimal pace. So yeah, why not? If the race has a green flag feel, which it looks like it does, yeah, there's no sense in pushing the car.
Nah, I just don't think you're going to gain anything of it. I think Dohar did it last run. You're not going to be able to cut any pit stops out, or at least in these stages. Now, in the final stage, it might be worth running.
Yeah, final stage, I think that's, 100, 4 laps, maybe less. I could be a little off on the count. We'll have to wait and see as they finish off these 20 laps before we start stage 3. But tell you what, some of those guys that finished stage 1 up front, you had Boehner, you had CGMX Rose, you had a few others. They're going to get max stage points, and the P1 and P2 in points are only separated by like 14. So more smoke. He was in position before this round of green flag pit stops to keep the points lead, but he's going to have to really stay up front all night long if he doesn't want to lose any more ground.
Yeah, he actually had the race lead there for a moment. He pitted 1 lap before that 20 car CGMX Rose, but the 20 car caught him, passed him. So we now got a little mini battle for P1. There's actually a 13 Rowdy coming off a pit road right now for his service. He's going to drop back. It looks back to 5th to 6th place, but he's going to have easily 1 to 2 lap fresher tires than the guys in front of him.
Yeah, I'm going to try to pull up a couple different streams here and see if I can't get a running order. Looks like Smitty right now is in P3, Rose is in 4th, More Smoke 5th, Boehner in 6th, and the Aviator in 7th. That's off of a Moore's feed. So we have a general idea of what the top runners are like. As a couple more people pit, that puts Rose back in 1st, More Smoke 2nd, Boehner 3rd, Aviator 4th, and Rowdy in 5th. So it sounds like Boehner was able to get a couple decent spots. If you remember, he dropped back to 7th during that last bit of the green flag run before pit stop started.
Yeah, and actually, I was on the road with Rowdy right here, looking at him coming out of turn 4, and he smashed the wall. I don't know if it was just my or his visual, but his hood's definitely popped up just a bit. I don't know how much that's going to kill his momentum with the fresh tires, but he's kind of separated a little bit from that 36 and the 48 car of Boehner and the Aviator.
Yeah, I see that the right side of the hood is definitely buckled up just a little bit. I tell you what, I like these petty blue colors on this 13 with the white stripe. Really a pretty good throwback to STP. If they only had that as a sponsor in the game, I'm sure he would have had it on the roof. I'm almost positive that was the direction he was going, and it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, I actually kind of like what he's kind of done there. He kind of threw us off last week with the red 13. We're like, who is this guy? In the 13,
Yeah,
he actually hits the wall yet again at a turn 4. So I don't know. I mean, maybe he's like, hey, man, I think we got found something. I think that's a boost button coming out of turn 4. Maybe he just took 2 tires, but that 95 of Kamal is tracking him down with Nugget Whiskey right behind Kamal.
Yeah, I actually just found Stout, and yeah, Stout's got the 35 of Dan the Lawman right behind him, in front of him, as you just said. That's a 95 of Kamal. Kamal's doing a great job picking up a lot of points here lately. I talked to him in a party the other day when we talked about an old buddy of ours that had passed away suddenly, old Colts fan or Kentucky Ridge runner, and Kamal said his main objective is to make the chase, and he was only about 28 points behind 16th, so it's not out of his reach at all with tonight and 4 races after this before the chase starts.
Oh yeah, I mean it's really not out of reach. I mean, 4 races, you win one of these bad boys or rip a couple wins off. I mean, there's still time to win and make your way into that chase.
Yeah, he just was able to get by the 13 of Rowdy. So Kamal, he is still really he's motivated. I don't think I've seen Kamal or heard Kamal this motivated to try to get into the chase as he's been here lately. Usually something happens, he gets upset and he parks it for the night, or motor blows after hitting the wall, or somebody spins him out or wrecks him. But Kamal's been really motivated to try to get into that chase, get max points, and here he is again.
Yeah, he's just in front of the 13 car of Rowdy. He should
P5.
be able to possibly pick up, those 5 points with laps winding down here in stage 2. I don't know. I was kind of shocked by the 13 Rowdy. He was running in P5 right behind these guys. And I think he hit the wall a couple of times at a turn 4 and really messed with the Zero. So I don't think his car is running the best right now. But getting up towards the front with the 36 car of Boehner, he's right on the 48 of the Aviator. And these guys are tracking down that 42 of More Smoke.
Yeah, I'm trying to work my way back up there right now as we got about 8 laps to go. Um, I'm trying to find more right now. Let's keep on going. I still hate to see that. Hate to see that on pit road. But all right, I caught up with the 48 of the Aviator. He's got one car between himself and Moore. As you said, Moore running right now in P2. Aviator, I'm thinking Aviator is either P3. I'm not quite sure if Sledgehammer is a lap down or not. As soon as I can get back to a Moore's feed, I'll get a top 5 running order. Usually pretty good for it. Rose is in first. The Moore Smoke second. Aviator third. Boehner fourth. And again, that 95 of Kamal running P5 right now with Rowdy right behind him.
Yeah, I mean, Rowdy's kind of sustained there, I think, running in P6. But get up
Rowdy.
here, towards.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I think Rowdy's really got some problems with the aero on his car running. I don't think he's going to be able to get by that 95 Kamal. But like you said, Kamal is definitely looking forward to getting these points because, like you said, he's kind of on that bubble to be able to crack into the playoffs. But I think he can get it done, man. He's definitely a talented racer. He's got the skill. Moving up here towards the front of the pack, though, we got the 48 of the Aviator. Now get up underneath that 47 of Sledgehammer, who's a lap down. 36 of Boehner is going to follow. So now these guys are possibly looking at a wounded Gazelle right in front of them with the 42 car of More Smoke.
Yeah, More Smoke. He's still able to kind of keep track with the 20th CGMX Rose. 48 of the Aviator P3, 36 was able to complete that pass on the 47 of Sledgehammer, where Sledgehammer just said, you know what, I'm not on the lead lap. You go ahead, you go get him. As the Moore comes across the line this time, we should be looking at about 5 laps to go. I will double check. I'll verify for us. But first, second, and third right now, CGMX Rose, More Smoke, Aviator, Boehner, and then, again, Kamal still running P5. 4 laps to go, HD.
Yeah, 4 laps to go. I think the big question is, A, can the 48 car of the Aviator catch the 42 car for More Smoke before it's all said and done? And B, can the 13 of Rowdy pass the 95 of Kamal? Now, Aviator is definitely closing in. He's now well under a car length as they come through turns 3 and 4 up off of 4. So I think this is definitely going to be a battle for P2. Like you said, the 42 car of More Smokes only got a 14-point lead on second place, so he needs every point he can get to get this regular season championship up under his belt. He's got a mirror full of the young gun. The other young gun, we'll call him the Aviator, the 36 of Bader. Again, he's no sleeper, man. Look out for this guy. He will get a win before this thing is all said and done.
You're 100% right about that. As the 48 the Aviator gave the 42 of More Smoke a huge shot going into that last corner, and that made the 48 check up. Here comes the 36 of Boehner down on the apron, and that is going to leave him with 2 laps to go. 48 kind of washed up just a little bit. I noticed that here lately, HD. I'm not sure if it was a change with the game or what, but if you run into the back bumper of the person in front of you, it actually makes you get loose, you as the ramming or the bumping car. So I'm thinking that's what happened with the 48, and the 36 had the checkup. 36 again going to give a little bit of a challenge to the 38 going down across the line into turn 1. 36 down low, 48 up high. 36 going to try to get back in the gas. They're side by side for P4 as they're going down the backstretch. Final lap in stage 2.
Yeah, coming down the backstretch, battle for third place. Who's going to get it? Aviator up on the outside, diving it into turns 3 and 4, pinching Boehner down off of 4. Aviator should be able to get it at the line. He got it. P3 for that 48 car, the Aviator.
Whew. Aviator, great finish right there. In the meantime, ladies and gents, as we head towards this commercial break. We're going to take a commercial break sponsored by, we'll say Papa John's, which is what I'm going to munch into right now. If you want to know how to follow us, check this out.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
All right, as always, you didn't miss anything at all. There's the 48 of the Aviator with the 36 of Boehner to his inside. Up front, no change either. 20 is CGMX Rose, 42 of Amore Smoke. We are back under green to start the final stage, HD.
Yeah, green flags in the air here at Kentucky. 20 car, CGMX Rose down low. Amore Smoke up high with that shifter. If I'm not mistaken, we're seeing it being used right now because he's still on the quarter panel of Rose coming out of turn 2. Down the backstretch, 36 of Boehner, though, looking to dive it into turn 3.
Yeah, Boehner down low. He's got a little bit of help from behind from 48 of the Aviator. There's a 95 of Kamal getting a big push from the 35 of Dan the Lawman. Here's the 36, 42, challenging for P2. 36 down low. It's going to wash some more smoke. Still up high again. 48 is going to try to follow and keep that hole wide open.
Yeah, come out of the turn, though. I think Amore Smoke's going to be able to get the run. There he is, clearing a 48 car, the Aviator, down the backstretch into turn 3. But we got 36 of Boehner at the P2. He hasn't really been here all night long. This is his chance to shine, to show he belongs. He's really already showed he belongs here. But I'm so looking for his first win here in NNR Cup.
Oh, so is he. He's got like 4 or 5 wins in the Xfinity. He's extremely strong in the Cup Series. I'm sorry, the Truck Series. Boehner is a natural, and he's a great fit for NNR. I'm glad he's here. He's a pleasure to watch, pleasure to talk to. He came in second in that 10K race to right behind who was that won that race. I forget right now, but yeah, he came in second, won himself a cool $1,000. So yeah, Boehner. Flexing that muscle again.
The 10K race for
yeah.
They call it like the hashtag 10K heat race or something like that. Yeah, no, I actually remember being in a party with you and a couple other guys, man. When he won that, he came in. He didn't even know he won $1,000. He actually said he had a late night the night before. He didn't even qualify. Here he is running the race, finishes P2, comes talk to us, man. We're congratulating him. Like, yeah, man, you won $1,000. He's like, what? I won $1,000? Like, yeah, man.
Yeah.
You won $1,000 playing a video game. Who would have ever thought, of winning money, when you were younger, Pete, when I was younger, playing, games. And I really didn't even get into NASCAR until relatively later in life, like a couple years ago when Evolution came out. Is really when we got a wreck, I think, in the back of the pack. It may bring a caution out.
Yep, I'm keeping an eye. So far, Amore Smoke's feed is nope. There it is. All right, so caution's out. My pizza's still hot. We're gonna take another quick commercial break. Let's take a look here. We're still trying to give away a car. Take a look.
Hey NNR fans, get your hands on this Lowe's Motor Speedway 50th anniversary diecast that's signed by track owner Bruton Smith by watching Repeat's broadcast on Twitch. If we get over 50 live viewers on any stream, the diecast will be unlocked. The winner will then be determined by a trivia question selected by Repeat. First to answer adds this sweet ride to their collection. Thanks for being the best fans around.
All right, and once again, nope, you didn't miss anything. We are stacked back up. Up front, it's still CGMX Rose, 36 of Boehner, 48 of the Aviator with the 95 of Kamal to the outside. One of God Power. That's going to make up your top 5. Green flag, HD.
Yeah, green flags in the air with the 20 car. CGMX Rose down low, 36 of Boehner up on the high side. 48, the Aviator down there in P3. 95 of Kamal moves up to P4. Good run here for him here tonight. The one that got power. Now working his way back up towards the top 5, as well as a 42 of a more smoke. Biggest loser after that caution.
Yeah, but there's that 11 of Ingalls. Again, I challenged him to try to make his way up, get his first win of the 2020 NNR season. He's right where he needs to be. Just might need 1 or 2 adjustments as he's working the outside of either the 00 or the 35. Up front, though, still that 20 is CGMX Rose, 48, 95 down low, the 36. He's going to be able to take P3 and back under caution.
Yeah.
Well, HD, we've seen a lot of green flag. We know that cautions breed caution sometimes. We know what's on the line. 4 races to go to the chase. Max points. I'll get us a lap count next time we go back green just to see how many are left here in stage 3. But you still sticking with your win and your dark horse?
Yeah, I'm definitely still picking that 20 car of CGMX Rose. I mean, I think he's had the best car all night long. He's definitely led the most laps. Now, behind CGMX Rose, I think you got to look at the 48 car of the Aviator as the second car that could possibly win it here tonight.
And you know what? I'm going to switch up my dark horse. Since the 21 of JCX12 had some kind of issue, not quite sure, I'm going to go with that 95 of Kamal. He's showing a lot of speed. He's putting up a lot of pressure on these other guys that are up front all the time. I think Kamal is going to have a great chance. He's starting back in about P9 after that pit stop. I look forward to him getting back up front here pretty soon. Back into turns 1 and 2, going down the backstretch already.
Man, it's going to be the 88 of Dohar out front first time tonight. On the outside of him is going to be the 36 of Boehner. 11 of Ingalls up to P3. 13 of Rowdy in P4. Behind him is going to be that 20 car of CGMX Rose. I think this is going to be some pit strategy that went on. I think top 4 either took right sides or stayed out. 20 is going to be the first car on 4 tires coming down into turn 1.
Yeah, so we'll have to see exactly how long Dohar, if he did not pit, how long he's able to stay up front or challenge to keep his front spot. We'll have to see. But right now, down low, big challenge by the 11. Here goes Ingalls to the lead. 13 of Rowdy right behind.
Yeah, 13 of Rowdy moving up to P2. Dohar's in trouble, losing a lot of spots here because there is a lot. Down low, bobbing and weaving down into turn 1, looking like Mike Tyson in the boxing ring, coming through turns 1 and 2. Is there a 3 wide there for a minute?
Yeah, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, old Nintendo game. Well, it looks like Dohar just went 6 rounds. He fell 6 times. He's going to go back all the way back to P7 if a more smoke doesn't close that hole.
Yeah, and he's actually able to get down in front of a more smoke out of turn 4, down a front stretch. But up towards the front of the pack, I think we still got cars out on older tires as they go side by side down into turns 1 and 2. CGMX Rose moving up to P2, right behind the 13 of Rowdy.
Yeah, Rowdy's going to go ahead and lead his first laps of the night. 48 of the Aviators got by the 11 of Ingalls. The 11 scrubbed that wall just a little bit. 36 of Boehner is going to take full advantage of that with the big push from the 95 of Kamal. Kamal restarted in 9th. Here he is looking at the top 5.
Yeah, Rose down low underneath a 13 of Rowdy coming down the front stretch into turn 1. Rose diving it down in there. 48's going to follow. Rowdy drops back to P2, slides it in there like a glove on the hand. Rowdy hanging on to P2. Good piece of driving by him.
You know what? I got a question for you.
I may or may not have an answer.
Do you see the 21 on track, or is he on pit road for you?
Last I saw, he's on pit road.
Yeah, according to Moore's,
Yeah, he's on pit road.
According to Moore's feed right now, JCX12 is in P8. So we're seeing something. Not quite sure what happened with the game update. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, JCX12 is right behind Moore and in front of the 88 of Dohar.
You know what's funny is I think it's something to the game because I think during that 10K race, like you couldn't see Reddick on the track, but he actually was. Yep. So I think there's definitely a little glitch going on in the game And it's kind of hard for us, man, because he could win this thing. We just wouldn't know. That would be heartbreaking, especially if it was a guy in his first win in the Cup Series, and we're sitting here calling Rose's name the whole time. He's actually winning this thing by a mile and a half, and we wouldn't know. But getting back to the racing action, Pete, man, these guys have single filed out top 7.
Yeah, can you imagine another great 3 or 4 wide finish like what we had at Michigan? Again, a finish that JCX 12 was part of. Can you imagine him being part of a finish like that, going on to win it, and his car not being there for him to celebrate and go back and watch it? Oh man, it'd be heartbreaking. But yeah, JCX 12, he's still on the lead lap, running P9 right now. So yeah.
Well, he said he needed a good run. Here he is, good run, running in the top 10. The only problem is we cannot see it up here in the booth. A little bit of technical difficulty, but getting back up to the front, I don't know exactly what happened, but 1-2's got about a 10-car length lead coming up off of turn 2. We got a battle side by side with Rowdy getting pushed up out of line. 36 of Boehner up to P3.
Yeah, Boehner up to P3. Rowdy behind him. Boehner's going to go ahead and duck down quick. That slammed that door on the 95 of Kamal. Behind Kamal's got the 34. Stay finessed, and the more smoke is working his way back into the top 6, top 7 right now. He's going to shove Kamal all the way down the front stretch. 13 of Rowdy's still stuck up high. He's waiting for that opening behind the 42, and a little bit further back, there's the one of God Power.
Yeah, the one of God Power sitting back here he's working his way up towards the front, man. He's got the speed to get there, but he seems to be always finding himself in these troubles later than the race. He could fairly easily have about 2 to 3 wins, but he just got to be more consistent during the whole shebang of this event.
Yeah, I tell you what, you look back towards like Jose and the 17 of Sully, 22 with J-Pa. There's a whole 88 of Dohart.
37, Pro Viper, 47 of Sledgehammer. These guys are all over each other towards the back of the pack, trying to get every inch they can. Dohart hits the apron, goes around out of turn 4, collects Nugget Whiskey. Caution is out.
Yep, there's the caution, and as that comes out, we have 28 laps remaining. As Amore's thinking about pitting, he says he'll have 21 laps of fuel to go with 28 laps remaining after the caution's done. I'm going to guess 25, 26, so everybody will have to pit one more time for either fuel only or fuel and right side tires, but you're still only going to be looking at like a half a can. So do you even think about tires, or do you just go with the track position, gas it on out, and hope for the best?
Yeah, I'd take 4 tires and gas. Me personally, I'm taking 4 tires and gas. I'm not really gambling right now. It's a little too early, in my opinion, to be gambling. Because if you gamble, you're wrong. You're going to lose a lot of spots quick. And I think it's exactly what happened. I think everybody took 4 tires, 2 cans of gas. CGMX Rose still out in front. 36 of Boehner, P2. 95 of James Kamal, though, up the P3. He's had a good run all night long, looking to finish strong.
Yeah, Kamal finished P5 in stage 2. Here he is now going to take over P2 as the 36 of Boehner hit that wall. He's going to try to have to get down there in front of that 34, slam that door, keep up with the 20 of CGMX Rose, follow his line all the way around the track, maybe learn something. Rose has been fast all night long. 34 staying hot on the back bumper, that 95.
Yeah, 34 of Stay Finesse making a good bounce back. He was up here towards the front earlier on, much like the one of God Power fell towards the back of the pack. He was able to rebound. Now finds himself sitting in P3. He's got a mirror full, though, that 42 car of Amore Smoke. Right behind Amore Smoke is going to be the 48 of the Aviator. Behind Aviator is going to be that 13 of Rowdy. 36 of Boehner dropping about 5 spots off the get-go.
I tell you what, the 95 of James Kamal, he is racing. He is up on the wheel, reflexes of a cat. When the 20 came up off the corner, about hit the wall. Kamal anticipated that, went to go pull down low, The 20 was able to stay in the gas, keep in front of him, but Kamal is up on it, trying to really get back to the lead. If he gets into the lead, knocks out this win with 22 laps to go. Man, 95's got a chance. He absolutely has a chance at this tonight.
Yeah, he's still on his bumper. I'd like to see about 10 laps from now. And I'm not saying he has the skill or the speed, but I think when we get about halfway through the run, that's when we'll see who has the longer run car. And these guys can go green. They went green all the way through in stage 1 and stage 2. They've had about 3 cautions so far here in the final stage. I think that's just people trying to get every inch they can. If this thing goes green, I still got to give the advantage to the 20 car of CGMX Rose, but I think we get a couple more cautions, about 2 more cautions. I seriously think it's anybody's race from that point on.
Now, if it does stay green, does somebody maybe over hustle trying to get their car onto and off of pit road? Like you said, maybe take 4 tires, no tires, just half a can of gas and right sides. I mean, there's so many options, but you're going to lose time. Will there be enough laps left for 4 tires to even make a difference?
I think at this point in the race, especially with it being ×3, these guys are going to be running kind of low anyway on that right side. So without a doubt, I think right sides will be a must. If you don't take right sides, I think you're just looking to get last place, in my opinion. And with that being said, if you're taking right sides, I think you're taking 4 tires no matter what. That's just me. That's going to be my call. If I'm anybody's crew chief out here right now, I'm saying if this thing goes green, we still got, about 20 laps to go. I think about lap 15, I'm coming down and I'm taking 4 tires and a can of gas to get me to the end of the race.
Yep, when the leader just crossed the line right there, there's 18 to go. 42 of Amore Smoke is sitting back in P20 right now. No damage to his car, but I'm not quite sure what happened, if he got shuffled out of line. Amore Smoke's got a lot of room to make up. Otherwise, he could very well lose the points lead that he's got tonight. Rose is up front, 13 of Rowdy's up there, Aviator's up there. So all of his main competition right now is in the top 5, while Amore Smoke is 6 points from being all the way in the back.
Yeah, More Smoke's going to have a lot of ground to make up on these guys as they kind of still stay single filed out. Top 4 running nose to tail. A little bit of gap between 4th and 5th place. That's going to be the 36 of Banner, 13 of Rowdy. 34 of Stay Finesse, though, running in 6th place. Now we got the 4 car of Natty Dread up here separating the gap. I don't know if this is for position, but if it is, this is going to be a good points day for the 4 of Natty.
Yeah, I would have to think that he's where he is off of speed with that caution that just came out. If he was a lap down, he'd be way in the back. There weren't too many cars that were lapped. As Amore comes by the line next time, we'll be at 15 to go. And even though he's back in 19th, he's only 5 seconds behind the leader. That's what kind of coverage these cars on the field have. They're all really, really close.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the raw speed here in the Cup Series and NNR. Everybody's running about the same lap time. It's a matter of fact on how you can handle the tires on a run. But I tell you what, the 95 of Kamal is really impressing me, the way he's able to handle tires on a run, because he is still glued to the bumper of the 20 of CGMX Rose.
Yeah, actually he tried to duck down right there, maybe thinking, okay, if Rose is going to run high every time, a little bit of lag right there. If Rose is going to run high every time, will I be able to get a good enough run to get under him? As you see, under him, 36 of Boehner just got under the 95 of Kamal. That's going to put Kamal back to P3. I don't think he's going to be too happy about being moved. 36 of Boehner's all the way down on the apron. 48 of the Aviator now is going to pull the outside of that 36. Cross that, check. 36 up high, 48 down low. Here comes the 13 of Rowdy now. Boehner's going to lose 3 spots.
Yeah, and actually Kamal was kind of lucky to be able to get back up to P2. The only problem is now there's a little bit of separation between him and CGMX Rose. We'll call it 3 car lengths as they come out of turn 2 down the backstretch.
Yeah, turn 2 down the backstretch.
We got cars about to fit. We got cars singling. So I think this is the game plan. What, about lap 15? I think that's a good call from the guys coming down pit road right now.
Yeah, but what do you do? The
4 tires.
You
do 4 tires.
4 tires. That's your call.
You take 4 tires.
Whew. That's a lot of track position in a field that's pretty spread out. We'll have to see if anybody takes your advice, rolls on with it. We'll have to see if Kamal is able to save any gas as he's been behind this 20 most of stage 2. 36 still down below the 48. 13 are Rowdy. Your top 5 is under a blanket.
Yeah, they're under a blanket, but we're going to call it an XL blanket because they're all spread out by just a bit. You know, Rose is still kind of maintaining about that 2 to 3 car length lead he has on that 95 James Kamal. 36 up Banner getting a little bit. Kamal's coming down right now, and everybody else behind Kamal. That's going to leave CGMX Rose out for at least one more lap. If I was Rose, as soon as I saw him touch the line, I'd be pitting as well. But Rose looking to extend it at least one more.
Rose staying out. 36 of Banner is going to gain a bunch of time on Kamal as they across the line. It's going to be 95-36 side by side going down pit road. There's the 13 of Rowdy, 48 of the Aviator, and the 35 of Dan the Lawnman. Those are all the cars taking their time. We'll have to see where the 36 and 95 come out at. A little bit of contact this game. I tell you, they've tried to fix that here lately, but I think all they did was actually hurt it.
And also try and tally how long they're in pit road. And Rhodes actually looking to go one more lap on top of the lap he went already. Rose is trying to stretch it here late. I don't know if I necessarily agree with the call myself. You saw your opponent's pit. Why would you not pit a lap later?
I think Banner is taking your suggestion, either that or he was hot coming into the pit road. He's sitting at about 20 seconds right now. Kamal and everybody else that came in with him are long past gone. Banner's he's going to follow the back after this late stop.
Yeah, he might have a penalty. And Rose actually going another lap. So Rose is stretching it here late. I think Rose is possibly going with that can of gas go or just right side tires. We'll see how it pans out.
Yeah, we'll have to absolutely see how that pans out. I'm going to try to work my way back up to Rose. Actually, I'm going to pull up a Moore's speed or Rowdy or Carroll's speed and see where they lie. 95 of Kamal, he stayed in front of the 48, behind the 48, a couple cars back. I see the 13 of Rowdy. We'll have to see where they go with a lap count. We've got 8 laps remaining. So they actually pit before like that 5 or 6 to go. They all pitted with 10 to go. So they're giving themselves a little bit more time to get those tires to work.
Yeah, I mean, if you wait, I guess the 10 to go, I guess the call would be to take 2. I don't like that call. I like the pitting at lap 15, taking 4, getting those fresh tires. That would have been my call, and I saw a couple people do that call, if I'm not mistaken. Now, if you are waiting until about lap 10, lap 8, lap 7, possibly, to come down pit road like CGMX Rose is right now, obviously you've committed. You cannot take 4 tires. He's more than likely going to be taking 2 and a can of gas.
I would imagine at that point, you'd have to.
You lost a lot of time. You know, if he doesn't do that, then
we might have a caution here, H. There's a lot of cars flipping on the backstretch. There it is.
If that's the case, then CGMX Rose just lucked out because he's going to be able to pit with coming down pit road. He got extremely lucky, so he may be able to take 4 tires and still get the race lead.
And also during that, the 42 of Amore Smoke with pit road as well. So he's going to come out. You're going to have a bunch of wounded gazelles on their 7 or 8 lap old tires where they're going to have some really, really fresh tires trying to hunt them down. This kind of reminds me of Stout Whiskey at Bristol. Just, 7 or 8 races to go? We'll have to see how this works out because right now it's Rose, God Power, Jose, Natty, and Augustus. That's your top 5. We'll see what it is when pits are done.
So when they get done here, it should be about 5 to go. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I think you take 4 tires, though. There's no telling how many cautions we're going to have. I think you take 4 tires, half a can of gas, and then you don't pit from that point on. But here it is, that 20 car CGMX Rose out in front. I caught it. He came down pit road at the right time. I think he's got 4 tires on his car with the 4 car Natty Dread on the high side. 22 of J. Paul. Up in the top 5, 42 of them. More Smoke moving some people out of the way. I think he's got 4 tires possibly as well.
Yeah, More Smoke is going to duck underneath the 4-car Natty Dread. This will be, no doubt, the best finish for the 4-car if he's able to hold on to it. He got kicked up high, so he's going to lose quite a few spots. Behind the 20 is the 42. Behind the 42 is the 1 car of God Power. Behind God Power, it's a mix up. I think that's the 43 of Jose, and then the 4-car again. They're fighting side by side, trying to get back to at least P3.
Yeah, they're in the middle of the pack. They were 4 or 5 wide for a minute, coming to turns 1 and 2 this time by. I think there's going to be, about 3 to go, Pete, at the line if we can get confirmation. 43 car Jose 720 making some Muzo, trying to move up to P3.
Yeah, Jose 720 really dove that car into the corner and was able to get under the 1, but the 1 was able to accelerate off just a little bit faster. Jose now back to P4. Last lap, white flag.
White flag in the air here, so next flag ends the race. It looks like the 20 car of CGM Rose, the young gun, coming through turns 3 and 4, is going to get another win here at Kentucky.
Yeah, behind him it's going to be the 42 of More Smoke, so he'll be able to retain points lead. Behind that, it was a race to the line between the 1 and the 43. We'll have to see how the finishing order goes, and we'll give that spot to the 1 of God Power. So God Power will be making his, I believe it's his first introduction back into the booth after a race, and the good finish by the 43 as well. So yeah, we're going to talk to the young gun once again. Hashtag Grow with Rose. Finished second to the Bolt last night in the Pro League race, second to him at Chicago. But Rose is P1 again here in NNR. Is going to make 5 weeks in a row where Rose has had a win. Talk about a hot streak.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I picked him to win tonight. He didn't get the pole position, though, Pete. So that streak right there is now broken because the Aviator got the pole tonight at Kentucky, but it was Rose with the last lap with the race victory. And if I'm not mistaken, he won stage 1s and 2 as well. So he got maximum points tonight.
Yeah, Rose, you can't bet against him. I mean, no matter how hard you want to root for somebody else or to say, hey man, I got you tonight. Ingalls, I pleaded with him, man, try to get it done. I got you tonight. He was up there for a while, just wasn't able to get it done. I think Rose and Ingalls might have to work on their communication a little bit. But man, great finish again. And a little bit of a shout out here. Old Carroll finished right there in like 6th or 7th. It's going to be a good points night for that 9 car also.
Yeah, Carroll's definitely been running strong here, good within the last month. He started at Iowa where he very easily could have got a top 3 finish, got in some trouble late there, and I think he finished about 7th place, if I'm not mistaken. But Carroll's running strong here as of late. He's definitely no slouch, and maybe he can probably get his first victory ever here in the Cup Series coming up. But let's start these interview process, Pete. I think God Power finished P3. Why don't you get him?
Yeah. God Power, you got me, buddy.
Yeah.
What's happening, man? Well, you called the race with me a few weeks back. You said that you were you were feeling better, getting stronger, and you proved it tonight. You were up front, top 5, top 7, all race long. Not quite sure where you finished in stage 1 and stage 2, but tell us about your strategy for the night that landed you here in the booth.
What strategy?
Fair enough.
I went into this race blind as a bat. I mean, last second changes to the car proved dividend, I guess. I mean, I don't know. This is like a win to me. I'm in the booth again, so.
Well, you're not only in the booth, you're gonna grab a lot of points for tonight. Pretty sure in stage 1 and stage 2 you were in the top 10, so that's absolutely gonna help you. There's a lot of people that have been chasing the points lead that a More Smoke has had, and while that points lead has been shrinking, him finishing here in P2, that's gonna give him a little bit of a raise to what he's had over second and third, Rowdy and the Aviator. So we're gonna talk to him here in just a second. But man, great race tonight. Strong car, couldn't hold you back. You were up high, down low, getting in the throttle. Man, if you're getting onto your hot streak with about 4 laps to go before the chase, I'm looking forward to seeing what you're going to be able to do here in the next several weeks. Congratulations,
Oh,
man.
there's only 4 laps. I thought there was 4 races.
Shut it. 4 races before the chase. You know what I meant. Smart butt. But no, man. Any shout outs?
Yeah, you guys up in the booth calling the race all night. It's fun to go back and watch. I got to thank my teammates. Stout, he gave me the last second setup. So
Okay.
teammates, just Coey for putting on the show. Just I'm just thankful to be third right now in the booth. So I'm just thankful for everybody. Just shout out everybody.
Is this your first time this season?
No, second.
Okay.
First one was
All right.
Daytona.
That's right. Yeah. All right, man. Well, congrats. HD, you want to take our points leader?
Yeah, let me take more smoke. It's HD, man. I'm glad to see all the practice we put in together this week. Really worked out, man. How'd my setup do?
Setup was good, man. I really enjoyed it. I appreciate all the help this week from you.
No, I'm kidding, man. Definitely a good run by you here tonight. I was a little bit worried about you there down the end of the stretch. I think you're running about 10th place, 9th place, something like that. But we had a few cautions. You're able to get back into it. Take me through your night.
Yeah, qualified 11th. Wasn't all that great, but we moved up.
Yeah, you definitely moved up great through the field. If you think you could have got to CGMX's Rose's bumper, do you think you would have gave him the chrome horn?
Well, I got lucky there at the end. I pitted and the caution come out right when I pitted, so I had 4 tires and I felt like I had a good shot at it, but it was really hard because they were battling behind me too, and they were trying to get by me, so I didn't really have a clear track. So I was kind of playing defense and offense. When he got away, there was just nothing. I was kind of fighting for second at the end of the end there. So we'll take second though.
If I'm not mistaken, he actually had 4 tires as well. He literally just came down pit road when that caution came out. Now, tell me through your perspective, when that caution came out, do you think you would have finished better than what you finished tonight, which obviously would have been a win, or do you think you would have finished worse?
No, I got shuffled out of the groove and then kind of got into somebody's quarter panel and I just kind of pushed up into the wall a little bit coming out of 2 and got pushed back to like 20th. So I was fighting for top 15, top 10 at that point. So I really got lucky there, honestly. But it was good stage points too, by the way. So, but it will take some luck. We needed it.
Hey man, all you need is a little bit of luck. Any shout outs here tonight before I let you go?
Yeah, shout out to you guys, man. Appreciate you, broadcasting this every week. I love going back and watching these and checking out what you guys, are talking about, saying about us and whatnot.
Oh, it's not good things, I can tell you that. But good race for you on a P2 finish at Kentucky. Pete, why don't you take our race winner?
Absolutely. CGMX Rose, hashtag grow with Rose, the one and only second young gun, but first tonight. How you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
I'm all right, Rose. I talked to you yesterday about your car for your road course. You came in P2 there. P1 tonight. I think you finished first in both stages, so you're going to get max points. Nobody's going to outpoint you tonight. You're sitting like third or fourth in the overall standings, if I'm not mistaken. You had a rocket ship tonight. Tell us about that car. Tell us about any strategy you may have had.
Yeah, the car was pretty good all night. I was just trying to keep it out front and just keep my nose clean, and I was hoping for the best at the end there. That caution kind of saved me, honestly, because I thought some people were going to make it on gas, and I kind of chose the bet on the caution coming out, and I was just trying to stay out front, which ended up working out. But yeah, I had a good night.
You absolutely had a good night. You know what? I'm gonna turn this on you a little bit, okay? You ready? CGMX Rose, you had a great run all night long, but unfortunately in the last lap you got turned, got nose first into the wall. You went from first back to about 15th place. Tell us about your race.
What? What?
I wanted to hear your pro league response. No, I'm just kidding, man. Congratulations, absolutely a great finish. This is 5 weeks in a row where you've got to win. I mean, if it wasn't for the double at Pocono, you know where you did win, you didn't win the first race, you won the second race. So that's 5 weeks in a row where you've put it in victory lane. You've ended up talking to HD and myself afterwards. You are on one hell of a streak. I think everybody's going to have to watch out for you, not only in NNR, but I pick you and Bolt to battle it out all the way once you're both picked in the Pro League draft. Congratulations tonight, sir. Any shout outs?
You guys, Coey, everybody for racing me clean up front. I never really got hit by anybody, and for the most part, keeping it green. So, yeah, just shout out to everybody.
I want to ask him
All
what the
right.
hell his problem is, man. Rose, what's your problem? You didn't get pulled tonight. What are you doing?
You know, I kind of messed up my lap. Okay, it happens.
No, it doesn't. You need to be better. But nah, man, good win. Definitely good win.
You're sitting 17 points behind a more smoke as the crawl continues to go across the bottom of the screen. I think after tonight you're going to be extremely close. If not, you might take over that points lead. Any words to your competition as we wrap up the regular season here in 4 weeks?
Nah, I'm gonna get that championship, regular season championship points lead more.
He said you're slow, Amor.
Nah,
Right,
man.
you
I
probably
like
got it
Amor.
now.
I don't got nothing wrong with Amor, so
He
or
said
any of the
you're
guys,
slow.
top 4 guys.
And big difference from last year. I tell you that. But no, man,
Definitely.
congratulations. HD Motorsports, this was another great night from Kentucky. I'm looking forward to next week already. Man, it's gonna be a phenomenal race. I'm actually pulling up the schedule. I think we go to Dover here pretty soon, if I'm not mistaken. As old Lucky Dog's chatting in the chat saying hi, guys. Let's take a look. That way everybody knows where we're going after. In fact, I think what is that? It's a worldwide technology. I think. What the heck? What's going on my computer here?
Gateway.
Okay, Gateway. So yeah, worldwide. So yeah, flat track, 4 corners, no more tricky triangles. Uh, but a little
Nobody
bit
was
of banking.
moving on gas except like 3 people.
There
Yeah,
you go.
man, it's definitely gonna be a good one.
All right, guys. So good luck to all you Pro League hopefuls out there. We will catch you next Sunday. Don't forget, follow, subscribe, hit the notifications so you know when we're live. Until then, I'll catch you around. Later.